Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sudokuvania, where last time we did an enemy puzzle to get this 1 on a German Whispers. So that's going to go with a 1 and a 1 next door. I'm going to take a second of liberty to move the grid just a little bit so I can see the up top of the grid. This is a 1 now because the 1 gets sort of pushed over there. This is a 6, 7, 8, 9. And we know one of these two is a 9. Got this zipper line over here with the zipper elevators. Oh, right. And we were told the arrows don't leave the grid, right? That's the climbing gloves here are these symbols. So we know they specifically don't leave the grid. So this sums to the sum of these two. And these two are consecutive. Oh, I guess unless this comes and winds back. This might wind back, actually. Never mind. I'm not sure that I know that. Okay, we've got a sort of length 4 thermo here, just wrapping from this. So sort of at minimum, oh, except this one can't even be a 1, actually. So it goes minimum to, sorry, I'm doing this backwards. Sorry, I did this the wrong way. It goes, oh, sorry, it's not a length 4 thermo at all. It's 2 length 3 thermos. This is the smallest. This number is bigger than these 3, so I know this number is at least 4. So it's a 4, 5, or 6 is all I'm really prepared to say. Whereas this number is a 1, 2, 3 because it's smaller than 3 numbers that aren't 7, 8, 9. Oh, right, I filled in a 9 in this star. That's very relevant, because if you look back, I have a 7 in an elevator somewhere. And I don't know exactly what that does, but that means that there's a 2 over here somewhere, right? Because the 7 always goes with a 2. And there's also a 1 in an elevator somewhere along this line. So that means there's an 8 over here always. So these other numbers that go here in the battery cells, sorry, let me center that for you. The other numbers that go here in the battery cells, they're a 9, but not a 6, 7, 8. Could be 5, 4, 3, can't be 2, could be 1. And we know that one's not 9, actually. So that means this number here, which I know is not a 9 because, oh, in fact, I already have the 9 in a battery. This number is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's not a 1. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. This number is one of these two. Sorry, it's not a 2. That was the whole point. This is a 3, 4, 5. So this number is at least a 4. It's not a 9. Oh, I see there's an arrow poking up here that I can barely make out, but I can make out. This number is certainly at least 5, I guess. And the numbers on here, like, can't be larger than 4, 5, because they're both on the arrow. So they're maximum 4, 5, which is not hugely helpful, but oh, okay, that actually does do something. It actually is quite useful, because what I'm supposed to ask is, where does 6 go in this box? I can't put 6 on an arrow, with the 5 that's adding to a single-digit number. I can't put 6 here by Sudoku. So that means 6 is in one of these two cells. Except if I put the 6 here, I have to dream up a number that's larger than 6 to put here, and I can't. So this number is just a 6. Okay, so the remaining numbers in here are, of course, 1. Where can the 1 go? Funnily enough, the 1 can't go in either of these two places, because if this was a 1, that would be a 2, and I would need to put something here that would need to be smaller than a 2. It would need to be a 1. So the 1 is actually also placed in this box, weirdly enough. Do our check to make sure we haven't screwed up anything horribly in the last episode, because I don't think I've checked in a little bit. And now that tells me that 1 is one of the battery... Oh. I was very happy that that proved by Sudoku that 1 was one of the battery numbers, but this number is literally on a battery. So that might not have been so helpful. Yeah, we don't have any note about the order of the batteries. 5, this number can't actually be a 5, I see now. Because if this were a 5, that would have to be a 4, and it can't be by Sudoku. So this number is actually only a 2 or a 3, then. If it can't be a 5. Oh, sorry, 2, 3, or 4. However, unfortunately, 5 could go here with a 4 there. 5 could also go here with a 4 there. I do know one of these two is a 9, although it feels silly to write it in. This number is actually at least a little restricted, because I need its compatriot to live over here, and not be 2 or 8. So, okay, so this number is part of a 2-cell sum to 9, so it's not a 9. One of these is already 2, so this can't be a 7. One of these is already 8, so this can't be a 1. We know there's a 1 over here, not in one of the elevators, so this is never an 8. I guess that wasn't as restrictive as I had fantasized about it being. This number is high, because it's next to a 1 on a German Whisper, and I actually know it's not a 7 or a 9, so this can actually only be a 6 or an 8. It seems so useful. I do have more of these arrows back earlier in the grid, so I'm actually going to go look and see if I can find one of those that I can use. Let's see, that's the end of an arrow, but I don't think it's helpful yet. This grid has nothing. Okay, this number is the sum of these two. So it's at least 5. It's not 7 or 8. I think it could be 9. It can't be 6, actually, because a 6 here would put a 2 here, and there's already one of those. So this looks like it's 5 or 9, which means that this is either a 1 or a 5, it looks like. Well, that doesn't work. Let me try again. Somehow I screwed this up, because it's definitely a 5 over there. So my attempt to say one of these two is definitely a 5 is not correct. Okay, this is not 5, it's not 6. It's not 7, 8. How does this work? Oh, right. This is a... Wait. Yeah, this is a heater puzzle. Sorry, this is the one where everything is hot. So every digit is 1 higher. So the sum of this arrow is minimum 5 plus 2 is 7, which means this digit has to be at least a 6. So this is a 6 or a 9. If this is a 6, it goes with a 1. No, that doesn't work. No, 6 and 1 go together, because then that's saying, confusingly, 2 plus 5 is 7. if this is a 9, that doesn't work because then this is a 4 with a 4. 4, 5 plus 5 equals 10. So actually it is a 6 with a 1. Okay, I think this is maybe where I'm supposed to be looking. So there's no 6 over here. This is not a 6 anymore. This has just become a 7. This isn't a 7 anymore. This looks like this is an 8 or a 9 now. Oh, this is the region sum line? I forget what this is. No, this isn't a region sum line. What is the red line? Oh, this is a between line, right? This is a between line where one of the ends is a 6, and we know it has to leave the grid because it has to have an end that's a 1, and it can't. There are no 1s in this grid. Okay, none of these are 7 anymore. Okay, this is at least 3, going to at most 10. So value-wise, this is at least 3. Value-wise, this is at most 10. So value-wise, this is at most 7, which means as a digit, it's at most 6. And it seems not to be able to be 3, 5, or 6. These are a 2-4 pair. Then that makes 3 plus 5 is 8, which makes this a 7. Oh, it has to be that, because that's the biggest this can possibly be, right? The largest this can be is if I make these a 2 and a 4. So I have to make them a 2 and a 4, making the value 8, making this a 7, confusingly enough. Okay, everything is correct. Yeah, I am absolutely at some point. It's amazing I haven't yet. If I haven't yet, going to screw up the add 1 to the value of everything thing. Okay, this number here is still on a between line where the highest value I'm allowed is 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not a 2 or a 4 because of this pair. And it's also not a 3 or a 5, so this is just a 1. Making that not 1. Okay, this is up in another grid. So where this is 2, 3, 4, 5 more normally. This is an 8 or a 9. Did that help? Have I learned anything? Oh, I know this isn't a 7. That's something. Oh, and I know one of these two is a 5, right? So that's somewhat useful. It means this cell isn't a 5. One of these two is a 5. Okay, I'm going to look and see if there's other of these corner arrows. Might not be. This is the end of the sewage tunnel. That is the, wait. Oh, it's got to go off the grid or something? Because that's my German Whisper tunnel, I think. If I recall correctly what that looks like. Yeah, I don't think I can do too much with this piece. I can certainly look at, like, 1 and 7 both appear on this, as well as this number. So the companion of this number, it's got to be one of these two. I see. So the companion of this number is one of these two, which... Oh, no, sorry. I was going to say something that was silly. Never mind. But I still don't know because I'm missing some, like, digits in between where some stuff is. Am I actually 100% sure even that this digit goes here? This digit might actually go here. Okay, I'm not confident that I know which direction this goes. I think I'm actually confident it actually goes there, not there. So my attempted connection, in fact, I think I saw that the first time and then Tricked myself. This isn't a 7, though, for what it's worth. Oh, I see. This is not a 6 either. There's a little bit of additional value. This is not a 6, because if this were a 6, I couldn't put 6 in this box. The 6 in this box is up here, set a different way. The 4 in this box is up here, set a different way. So this is an 8 or a 9. The 7 is either the second or the third digit along the elevator. It's not the first, and it's not the last. So the 7 goes with a 2 that is vertical here. That means that cell's never a 2. Nor is that cell a 2. So this is a 3, 4, or 5. And there's, in fact, definitely a 4 in one of these two cells. So that rules 4 out of this cell. And that means there is a 2 over on this one, because we've got to put a 2 in the box somewhere. Makes those two 3, which actually does make these 4, 5, and a 9. Right? I did everything right? Yeah. Means this cell's a 9 just by Sudoku. Oh, and we've got an enemy. Should probably fight the enemy next time, though. So I am going to end this video here. Next time, we will do this enemy, and we'll learn what value goes in this particular cell. So thank you to everyone for hanging out. I'll be back next time with Sudokuvania. Bye for now.